NPP best original ever be defended this rot. Now what you want now obre? Yes, say to our future, present and unborn.
To omo ye ade na se be omo ma omo nya wo omo mpo no omo mebre.
What kind of in area or partner will say Ghana has say this tribe is going to be the movers and shakers of Ghana.
Indeed.
It is a bibi bakoswa. Woman kasape enu no obi abedi akire.
Obi abeti order from above.
Wo pesika dia ye bibi a eho na obeko ene ande. We are here. We are quiet. Wo penya obi no aba begina no wo defend it. Eish. I will not.
Now my ni mu ayetimi aboka ma ye kan tia. Na ye pre carry forward.
Ye mo Ghana fama nipa baako. Ye nyina ye dia. Ye nyina ye dia. Hwe no dia ba kwasi ndu. Ye no dia no.
Atwra to dada.
Ye twa to.
Ni din nyina wo.
Me pesa be kan ne honum no because of Sadi Wenti. So
okay.
Because of that and me pesa me kan.
Ka me kwa so me bebo. Yeah, mrei.
Mami some example. What if you na ka say fictional? Then that writer we need to look for him. Now on prophesy on this country. Minim ya edin ya mabobodi natural. The writer no maboni do Madam Fopa.
You are sure Japadi book no.
Madam Fopa, we dey maboni di natural as we are moving on. Maboni di natural. What dey aboni din, what dey co-writers ni ade. Wo mo edin nwa ba bia hyehyehye o monza. The technical team led by DM Oforiata should further evaluate the following details in order to choose the appropriate site. Galamsey. According to this book, omo 332 Galamsey companies. Ni nyina ayiwa ha. Omo nie. Omo na hyehyana. The Northern Gold Coast Enterprise. So and so Amanfi East. Wasa Amanfi East. Wofa say ya Takwa Insoyo Municipal. Just say every district they are there. Pristina, Nzima East. Omo chiche omo nyina gum. Eti wan e ka che o say Galamsey ebetu azie. Wan e ka za azam ni show. Se beti metu azie dia. Na che say esese abansi samba. Won say o mama. Don't say o mama. Mami tro ade bako. Undermining oil and gas industries. What did he? Was it our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plank of the blueprint for controlling the extraction of natural resources, which God has generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achem land. Was it to this end? A cursory look at the approved concessions should be looked at. Asante Bediatuo is to lead the process to take over this concession detail below and consolidate them into the standard Ejapa LLC incorporated in Jersey. Ejapa Ango Parliament. Sir, your minerals say you or moon about vegetable royalties in the Gagaon. Adwene kese. Ya di biti Ghana. Now on this note, salute the minority in Parliament.
Yeah, and the omo mo ye den. So omo mpene.
Share Ejapa LLC incorporated in Jersey. Ya call register company no abrochire. And ye dey buy some rofu bi na ba be hwe so am.
All right. Madam Lisa, you're welcome.
Oh, what to say, DJ Ike? How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I hope the family in Ghana are here.
Oh, Nyame Adam Ghana will be here.
Good.
All right. Madam Lisa, ni kind of you already kin abo abaso say o de o support a man new force na auto t-shirt e de bro mo na chese t-shirt ndi agiba bia na ne yeto so no so no na yebeko a program to straight away. The kind of who is Madam Lisa? I would like to hear a little bit intro about you. Send a my audience the behuni pa and any kasa.
Okay, Madam Lisa, I am a children's book author. I am a mother of 3, married also. So, which is about crying out in the corner. So yes, I write children's books that basically discuss 21st century skills to prepare your man Amajumi, and also for them to love who they are. They're Africans. So that is me. Yeah. One moment.
Yes. Enti na Africa enkomo na eguso ayeji no Ghana eka Africa ho, and for that matter that this is a very serious issue or say concern. Ghana or Africa is the youngest population. What do you understand when someone says Africa or Ghana is the youngest population? Straight away.
Hello. DJ I, sorry, Mabano. Repeat that again, please. The youngest population, Africa, the youngest population. Repeat again, Pacho.
Yes, I was asking that why is it that Africa is the youngest population, or what do you understand the word Africa is the youngest population in the whole world?
Okay, so when Amuka say the Africa is the youngest population, it means that we are the youngest continent.
Okay.
And 70% of the population is either under 40 or under 30.
Okay.
So when you have a population that is young, it is a thriving place. It is a thriving continent.
Oh, okay.
Because you have young people are the ones that build nations. Young people are the ones that work. Young people are the ones that you need for labor force. Anywhere you go in the world, it's young people. So when you say Africa is the youngest population, for us, it is a good benefit if we use it to our advantage. If we don't use it to our advantage, in the sense of if you're not productive, if you have young people that are not productive, then you don't have a thriving economy, you don't have a thriving population, you don't have a thriving society.
Yes, Metiase. So that means we need to make use of this young population. If you don't make use of it, I'll be seeing a youngest population. But we are sitting on the time bomb. Can you please go deeper on this segment for us?
When we say we're sitting on a time bomb, the way we are sitting at the moment is we're in the 21st century. We're in the fourth industrial revolution. So fourth industrial revolution is, I'm not sure if you've heard of the first and the second and the third, where before they used steam engines, electricity for the second revolution, and then the third one, computers. Now, the fourth industrial revolution is basically different technologies coming together, which society will be using to build a mumai. So you've heard of AI, and artificial intelligence. Yeah. You've heard of big data. What's a big data? You've heard of data, obviously. Yeah? You've heard of blockchain, right?
Yes.
What's the blockchain? Then you have Internet of Things. You have all these different technologies coming together, which I say, and people around the world are using these technologies to build Omomai, build their societies, schools, their economies. Yeah. So now we're in a world where the certain societies are preparing their children for jobs they don't even know are coming. So we're not sure what types of jobs that are going to come, but they're preparing them with technology. So you have certain jobs this year that are manual jobs that will be obsolete. It won't because now you've got robots coming in. You've got robots coming in that can do the job. So how do we position ourselves as Ghana for or Africa for? We have to understand 21st century skills. The four main ones: communication, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. Those four main skills. Okay. So communication, to communicate with each other. Not just talking, but to talk in a way that which will influence people. Yeah? To get certain things done. Because if you have, like for example, UK, honey, you have a lot of, even when you call certain customer service phones, it's a computer talking. so they don't need you. So if you're going to have your own business, let's just say you have your own business, you're able to communicate and talk to people, human to human, instead of computer to human. What's here? So that's communication.
Okay.
2, critical thinking. You have to be able to think deep in all situations. You have to have a complex mindset where you're able to understand complex things to solve problems.
Okay.
So if you need critical thinking skills, you won't be able to solve problems.
Okay.
Which I say you're able to analyze and think things to get results. 3, creativity. You have to think out of the box. Yes.
Okay.
You have to think out of the box when you're trying to solve problems. Sometimes you cannot do the same thing someone else is doing, but you can learn from it and then do it your way that suits you or suits your environment.
Okay.
And then 4, collaboration. This one, the Ghana 4, we need to learn it very well. We need to work together.
Collaboration. That's the fourth one is a collaboration.
Collaboration. Working together. You have to, like Western world, probably in Ghana as well, you don't have to like people to work together, but if you want a situation sorted out, you need to learn to work together with all different types of people.
Okay.
And which we need that right now in Ghana and Africa, because a lot of us some of us, not all of us, some of us have got a bit of tribal sentiments. So if we need collaboration skills, you need someone that will unite you and bring everybody together to solve problems.
Okay.
So those 4 skills in this 21st century: communication, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity and collaboration.
Yes.
Those 4.
All right.
I need them.
Yes, I'm here with you. So let's say somebody is listening to you and asking that we are actually in a political year. Nana Kwame Bediako being part of the youth. What does this young population links to Nana Kwame Bediako's ideology? And why do you think the youth must rise up to embrace his policy instead of going with the local or the olden system, MPP, NDC, or this party, this is my party, this is my tribe, this is my region, and they are doing the borrowing and stuff? Why do you think it's kind of linking to that, and what makes it that dying population very important at this moment?
Okay, very good. Now, someone to say, Nana Kwame Bediako, in this time that we're in, as I said, we're in the 4th industrial revolution, where we're going to be working with big technologies. Unfortunately, Africa, some of our countries were very behind. We're very behind. So we need somebody that has the vision and understand where the world is going, and that can empower the youth, understand the youth, and create and use the youth for the new labor force that is coming into this world right now as we speak. Party A, Party B, they've done what they can because we were in a different age. But now, if you Crawford Betty, as you say, we're in a new age now. So the old ways or the old things that we used to do is not going to work in this new age. So you need somebody that would understand where the world is going and how you can use the youth to build Yemen, not just Ghana, Africa in general. Which is because sometimes we look at when we're in like in Africa or Ghana, we look at things as to say, as a normal day, or we're doing what we do. But that we live outside of Africa, we see the image of Africa and Young Crawford and the young people, and from the outside it doesn't look good. So you need somebody that can empower you and able to work with you. So, we have our respect in the world. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yes, so we need someone that understands these technologies. We need to industrialize that one there with technology. So Party A, Party B, some of their policies, if you look at it for today, today's world, it's not it will work for a little bit, but it won't work for a long term. Okay, so for example, when I hear say 24-hour economy, yeah, it's a good policy, but if you look at Ghana, we don't have a lot of industrial platforms, a lot of things don't work, your lighting don't work. How is this going to work? So you have to do the groundwork, you have to start again with the foundation by industrializing, bringing those big technologies for all our industries, and then you can do the 24-hour economy. But you can't just straight say, oh, we may have 24-hour economy when we don't have certain things in place. So that is why another crime is policies work more for today's world.
So if I get you, that means there are some infrastructures or there are some things that need to be put in place before you can implement the 24-hour economy successfully.
Correct. Which unfortunately we haven't got a lot of that at the moment, which needs to be done before you can do these other policies. Which like what Kwame Nkrumah was doing before, unfortunately, it got cut off. This is what Kwame Nkrumah was trying to do, like back in the day. He saw it from early on. Yes.
What advice are you giving to the youth who are actually in a division minded, who has a divisive minded concerning how to vote? And Nana Kwame saw the Poba Kumasi, Amanfo Kasetiano, like people like now like people banana you say the Poba Kumasi now Nana Kwame Nkrumah current me and Famba. All these policies you will hearing and listen from Nana Kwame Bediako's camp. Do you think it is possible and is it feasible and is it possible for him to bring those things if he comes to power?
It is possible if the youth work alongside with him, because he can't do it by himself. It is very possible. Dubai, look at all of these places, Qatar, Dubai, or the Emirates. Well, even like Europe, we have canals where, dredging and ships come in and bring containers and other stuff. It's possible, but it's only possible if the youth are able to position themselves well, gain the skills, the 4 skills are saying, and more, the STEM skills as well that they have. And this is not just skills, say, make cost school and learn it. You can, your own free time, you can self-educate yourself. You can read up on these things. The school is like what Nana Kwame said. It's not just going to the school room. This is what Yankro for. We think education is just one thing. No, education is everywhere. Yeah, education. Even our phones is powerful. We can learn these things and empower ourselves. We have a thing that we say here in the West. When you learn a skill, when you learn 10,000 hours of that skill, you become an expert. So anything that you want to learn to do, you don't have to go to school. You can obviously school is good. You have to go to school, but outside of school, you can learn these skills as well. So he will need the youth. He will need the youth, the young ones, to help him to do these things. These, upon all these different industrialized platforms that he's trying to do. He will need the youth to help him. So he's at a great advantage where Ghana, there's 70% of us are the youth. The older generation can at this point advise us, but to do the physical work, advice, no, they can. Not saying there's some strong older people, but on a bigger scale, we need more young people to do the work, and the older ones to advise us. Yes.
Ghana, in particular, we don't believe in the youth. The leaders don't believe in the youth. Even before you go to the security service and other stuff, it is alleged. Say, before someone call, I just say, Utieska Hakra and Sani Afau. Now, Oko security, security in Ukraine, and cut you 100 million in Ghana. The highest pay, a 100 million. That means a person is easy to be bought, and answer to be bribed. Looking at this scenario, quite better than Bitimia emerge. And fancy ultimately ne crumpuna. Quite better than Bitimia faso. Atimia baby is our normal way. if the system is not allowed?
Okay. I think all of this is just educating the population, educating them to change their mindset. Because, I mean, in the world, if people, it's not said that, oh, I'm going to respect to you for anything like that. We are in a culture where we don't, not that you can change, but we do what we do and we just continue with the norm. So in a society to say, we have to keep on educating people. We have to show them examples of people that are young and they're doing things. My old workplace 20 years ago, there was a director. It was like an advertising company I used to work when I was in university. The director was old. Later on, when the older man left, the young director, he was 39 and he was a director of the whole company and he was very good. So it's not, and then for young people to rule, I mean, businesses and nations, but because we are not exposed, for a lot of our people are not exposed to this, so all we have to do is keep on educating Yemen. For example, Ibrahim Traoré, obviously it wasn't a democratic rulership, obviously that's a military, but he's still a young man doing great things. And then you have the president of Senegal, Faye, who is 44. He's still doing great things. Even in certain places, even America, one of the states, young African American, I think he's even between 18 and 20. He's the mayor of one of the states. So the world is changing. So we have to change it or we'll be left behind. And we have to build Yemen. We have to build our nation because there's going to come a time where you think that all of these places are going to say to come to their country. The country said they'll be willing to Babylon, and then what do you do? What do you do? Of course, it's happening slowly. It's only just that a lot of young Crawford, we don't read up on these things. It's happening in some places. Obviously, they'll bring some people will come and some will go. But it doesn't mean that they're going to let all of us come in the door. It'll come a time where someone will say, you know what, yeah, we don't want you here anymore. Because there's lack of resources in Europe. You have to plan ahead. Some of the people in the West, they're fighting to come to Africa and take some of our resources. We need to plan ahead. We need to build Yemen. We need to build Yemen. A couple of years ago, even the Caribbean community that in the UK, I'm not sure if you've heard of the Windrush generation. Okay, so you had young ones from the Caribbean, Jamaica, Barbados, and that when they came to the UK after like World War II, to build like UK after the World War II, UK needed fixing. So they built on which train stations, their transport systems, their NHS. They called a lot of them to come and build the NHS and other systems and industries in the UK. Just a couple of years ago, some of them were being kicked out, saying they didn't have the right papers. People that have been there 50 years, 60 years, then you can come and say, oh, we're sending you back to Woman back in Jamaica because we need the right papers. After you've been there 50, 60 years, and they were doing it to time. Exactly. Some of them are back UK have from when they were 3, 4 years old, with their parents. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have the right documentation. It was a big case. Anybody in the UK, they'll tell you this case. And even I saw some of them are getting compensation. It was a big scandal. So imagine the people that came to this place and built the country, they're now saying you have to go back. If he's saying to me it can't happen to Ghana for any other before, you think it can't happen? Of course.
You advise to the young Ghanaian youth 2024 Okotoaba. I know this conversation is going to be continuing, so it's going to be a series, something. So advice to the youth and the mothers, because the mothers vote a lot, the youth don't really vote, but the other people suffering. So you advise to them, and then your words of encouragement before we end the conversation. I know you're taking care of a lot of things. Okay,
that's it. I would say Mama Fona and the youth together, vote wisely. I'm not going to tell anyone go and vote for this. Everybody has their choice of who they want to vote for. But all I'll say is that look, not even just look today, look for tomorrow. Look at tomorrow. Think for tomorrow, Echna. Because I'm hearing stories there, like the youth, some of them will go to, majority will go to university, go to school and come back and there's no job. So how long can your mommy for your papa for take care of us? We are supposed to be taking care of them when you get to a certain age, not continuously, you don't have a job, your mom and dad have to take care of you. So I would say think wisely, think very wisely. One of the skills I said, collaboration. Yeah, we have to work together. We can't have the mindset there, me and Santini, so I vote for this party, and me and Cranny or Ewini, so I vote for this party. The new age, that is not going to work anymore. It will go against you. You think, that's how I'm doing, and that's how I've done it for a long time. I'm not going to change. It's not going to work for you in this new age. And bravo. It's not going to help your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. You have to think ahead. So I would say, look at the party that will work. Look at your life and look at the party that you feel the policies align with what you want for the future, not just today, for tomorrow. That's what I'll say. And the policies that will help your children's children. Who is going to lay the foundation for Minana who's going to lay the foundation so we can stay here and your money and can stop running away to other countries where they treat us horrible. They treat us horribly here. Yes, we get their money, we get paid, people get paid, good jobs, but the way they'll make you feel, say it's not your home. I'm born in the UK, but I hold the book, but when say me be African, me Ghana, I will never be accepted.
You hold the book as UK citizen, but you think you are from Africa, Ghana.
Yeah. Because I will straight away, even when I was in school. Where do you come from? What's in your accent, even though I've got English accent? Who is it? Where do you come from? Where does your parents come from? What does that tell you? You don't belong there. How long can you do that for? Vote wisely, sit down. Another skill I said, critical thinking. Now sit down and think. Party A, party B. All these years, my vote on. You can even write down a list. Before we don't want to sit down and look at certain things. Write down a list. Since party A, party B, or whatever party C has been within the system, what have they done? Has it benefited? Of course, there's some that will benefit. No two ways about it. But now that you're caught the new era where you're we want to be proud that we're Ghanaian. So when you ain't Ghana for the outside. If you say, yeah, you're Ghana for it, you're from Ghana, is it? Okay. Not, these Africans are all begging. What do I say? So we need someone that's going to take us to the next level, the next age, where we don't even have to come to someone else's country. If we're coming to visit for holidays. What do I say? Look at even America, for the ones that are born in America. America, for a lot of them, they don't go on holiday. And from their country, only a few here and there, but a lot of them don't come out of America. I'm talking about the American natives, but like the ones that are born there. Just recently, year of return, they're coming to see Africa. But majority of them travel like that. Because there's everything in the country. There's everything there. America is like another continent. Yeah, New York and America and Thailand. New York is very different from Miami. Miami is different from Texas. If people say, "Oh, go holiday to, the sunny beach," they'll go Miami. They'll go maybe go visit Hollywood. They'll go LA. Everything is in there.
That means Nana Kwambediakun was wrong when he said the American singer doesn't need, like, they don't want to come to Ghana because what are they come to do? They can travel to test house, hey, New Jersey,
even us in the UK, yeah, good example, the entertainment industry. Majority of us in the UK, before in the UK, when we want to go to acting in that, we go to America. Everything is there. We go to America. If we want the Americans to hear it.
Oh, okay.
They've got everything. Not saying that, but they have what they need. Just a few you hear, the few that will go on holidays, but majority of the times everything is there. They want the winter, they've got cold places. They want the summer, they've got the hot places.
So saying that means Ghana, we need to build the other countries, like other regions, not like only Accra, where exactly. Everything is kind of packed.
Everybody's in the car. Because even UK, not everybody travels to go to London. Okay. You've got Manchester, that's another city. Birmingham, Leeds, unless if maybe I'm UK, maybe if someone wants to move, maybe they want to, move to London, but it's not necessarily say there's no money, in Manchester, so I'm coming to London. Or if they meet somebody, or share be on the pay, okay, then I'll move to London. But I need to go to London to Carnival. You get it?
Okay.
There's things going on in all these different cities. There's loads of things going on in all these different cities. The same as America. Obviously, you have few that will be okay. Let's for example, Silicon Valley is in the west part of America. Maybe you want to go into tech, maybe because that's where it's, that's where it's hot. But not necessarily me. So, Chin-chan, I have to go there. They'll still be comfortable where they are.
Oh, okay.
But it seems say you ain't gone. It's like Chin-chan, I have to go to Accra, and that shouldn't be the case.
That's where everything is. If you don't go there, Charlie, you say that.
Wow.
And even if right now you vote for your MP, he becomes like a new candidate for your party or for your constituency. That MP has to move to Accra. So what does it tell you? It tells you that there's something in Accra.
Yeah. So if there's a problem in your constituency and you need help, you need to talk to your MP. How can your MP help you? He's not there. Or he or she is not there. Yeah. So you're back to square one. So all the we have to this year, when our people vote in Ghana, you have to write a list. This one did this one did this one helped, for this one helped for that. This one says it's going to do this. We have to analyze all of this and not use emotional sentiments. Say, me Nana voted party A, me Mama voted and Papa voted party A, some sister me voted party A. Our mums and dads, again, so what are you going to do if the certain policies are in favor? Where are they?
Clearly, you said we should do collaboration. So collaboration is one of the key things. So advice to the university student, as you're in school and they group them as groups. Let's say if every class has 100 students. So 10 students as a group, they should continue those groups to form a united front to build up their business and other stuff. Are you advising them in that way?
Yeah, not just school, just even in the world, like when you're doing business, just not just school, everything. But school, it starts from there. So, for example, I've noticed like when I talk to my cousins in Ghana, the education system from when it's young, because I went to school in UK, is very competitive. Oh, this one got an A, Ray got maybe a lower grade, a bomb. It doesn't. So it's like when you get older, everybody's in competition with each other, and you don't work together. And when you're in competition with each other, you're not going to share together to build. If you see the Chinese near the India funnel, they work together. So Kumha, India, let's just say, will set up I'm just giving an example, maybe a mobile phone business. We'll bet share Minion the mobile phone business as well, and then later he will put his capital and take the skills and work and open his business somewhere else, obviously away from me brother, and so on and so on and so on. Whereas us to say a competition, it's like a competition. Everybody wants the crabs in the barrel. Everyone wants the little crumbs that are out there, so I can look better than Minion. But it shouldn't work like that. You have to work together. You have to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses. So, for example, maybe if we are working together, maybe I'm good at communication, but you're good at doing technical things. You're good at, maybe this one's good at graphics. Each person is good at analyzing, this. This one can do that. And when you come together, it's a force. And this is what in Ghana we are lacking. This is what we are lacking. Even when a group has sometimes in Ghana, it's like we don't trust each other because we don't know how to work together.
For one thing, collaboration you're talking about. Me, when I was at the university, I used to trust anybody. I rented a room with someone and the person fought with the landlady. And you know what happened? They gave us the money to go and rent another room. We got another room.
Okay.
And then my friend went ahead to pay the money with a different friend, leaving me alone. Okay. So do you think me, who has been treated this way, will go again to collaborate with that person? Dishonesty.
Okay. So with that lesson, what you just learn is that person is like that, but it doesn't mean the next person you meet in the future will be like that. So you have to study people. You have to listen. When people talk, you have to listen to them, and you study their body language, you study their behavior. So if you had studied that particular person, you would have known, said, maybe I can't work with this person, or do something with this person. But the next person may be coming. By studying with Kakra, I can see, they fit me and that person's, we can work together. Which I say. So I'm not saying everybody and everyone you have to work. We have to collaborate. But you have to understand the person, the people you are working with first before you decide, yes, I'll work with them. Because yes, it happens to all of us, not just you. But you take it as a lesson learned. It doesn't mean you can't work with somebody else again. You miss an opportunity. But you think in this country, the Western world, but they don't get stung all the time. But they keep on going. That won't knock their confidence down, because they'll still keep on going to get what they need. If you hear stories to say, maybe like Steve Jobs, when they're building Apple, have you read some of their stories? Bill Gates, and have you read some of their stories and the things that they've gone through? When the first person betrayed them, they probably would have you never would have seen these Apple products that the whole world consumes now. So you have to study people, before you say, okay, I want to do this or do that with somebody, whether it be business or UTRC. And if it does go wrong, take it as a lesson learned and learn from your mistake, UTRC, and then move on. Or you will never do anything.
Giving us education this afternoon. In fact, Osha higher Rejoice Media TV. Meeting Eddie DJ. Madam Lisa. Oh no, any t-shirt we more t-shirt. You could see a t-shirt over here. Oh no, any t-shirt we at the buy now or the man na kwa media microphone new force. Nani yako chebi wa be channel so it mi chobi. Come. Oh no, any need common na enchedi common bisi. We part 1. Na me do my week we no ye dem be form bebre. Your question e be say why Africa is the youngest population and what does it mean? When we say Africa is the youngest population, and then we are also saying that Africa is sitting on time bomb after some my normal youth, and common ED. I feel no about Tamuchiku na enkomo no ene de ndie enche bi edi besi ochena no yebesi ato na mum ko down na kohwe video ni enyina. Madam Lisa,
Yes.
before you go, I want you to talk about your books a bit. I think you are a publisher, so I would like you to talk about your book and where, if people want to get some, where they will get it, and the benefit of actually getting that kind of books to your case.
Okay, so as I said before, I'm a children's book author. I saw in the market that there are not a lot of children's books that saying before for boys and girls, even in the UK and other places in Europe. So I decided, say, when I started having children, say, look, I don't find enough books that reflect my mom. And when I was young, I always used to writing stories. So my children's books, they mainly concentrate on what we discussed previously, 21st century skills. So I'm preparing the children's minds for tomorrow and what they need to do for tomorrow. But I've done it in a way where it's creative, so it's not boring. So things like communication, there's stories about that, creativity, collaboration, critical thinking. So these are the things that I put in the book, and also to add value to be before children. Because a lot of your money is like not only, but you need confidence in your home. If he said we can't do great things, what he has to. So these books have to empower them. That whatever anybody can do, yes, so you to me be and better, and we've done it even before. Which I said, we've done it before and we can do it again. Yes. Because even sometimes when I go to Ghana and then I speak to some of the children, just ask them certain questions. Because you can see beautiful children with so much energy, but you can see, even here, not even Ghana, this is where I am before in general. There's no confidence that, if he said, if another person hasn't done it, like another person that will not be beneath, then Mrs. Uming to me yet. And it's not true. It is not true. I'll give you a good example. This is the reason why psychologically, when Malakwami said, we bring the waters, all of us, hey, baby. It's a psychological thing, because a lot of us psychologically, we've been taught, say, before, what can we do? So when someone talks like that with confidence, Kwame talks with confidence, so I believe we have to work with the children from young. Yeah. So
somebody will ask, now, you're UK, how did you go to learn all these things from Africa? And now, I'm not over vacation. Now, said you who's African, I'm need confidence.
Not that I'm really confident. They're very patriotic. Don't get me wrong. Africa 4 children are very smart, very energetic, very talented. But it's like, even sometimes even here in UK, so we have a few here and there. But there's I don't know. Maybe because we're in a different society. Even if you fear something like they beat me, yeah. Whereas culture is like, David, and don't do this, don't do that. You don't want people to look at you funny, or if someone answers a question, I know it said like if someone answers a question in Ghana and then they get it wrong, everybody best say I say, why are you laughing at them? He's got what's you said anything? He's got it wrong. That's how you learn. If you don't, this Western society, one thing they teach us, which is very good, is that if you make a mistake, and be soon or get upset, because that is how you learn. If you don't make a little mistakes, you will never learn. But culture is like, if you get it wrong, it's like the world is about to end. So African children in Ghana are very smart, very energetic, very talented, very creative, but it seems said the creativity and all that's in them is shut, like they close it down. For example, maybe, let's just say 20 years ago, I'm giving an example. Let's just say DK Ike, you wanted to be a footballer. I don't know what your mom and dad are back then. And then call books. But maybe that's the talent that you have. and they should have just nurtured the talent. Look at the footballers now. So it's not the culture that we are from. There's certain creativities that we have that your parents or maybe there's certain generation. So if now our generation we have children, we say they have certain talents, we have to encourage them. We have to encourage, especially if you say a baby is going to do good for them and your mind. And this is what the difference between us and Kwasi Brownie. Kwasi Brownie who are talent. Say, hey, okay. And then nurture the young child from young. With the time heard that footballer, the Spanish footballer, Ghananino. All right. Yes. Yes.
And now what me talent from childhood. And quite is obeying ansana. Or no one detector who say meet me you answer what me. And a lot of students because of university or person course no koye ne emfa ho nti ama ne talent anyankopon de man credit afro I think say book no e ba betumi aboa ama manfo atumi ahu saade no e won kra.
Yes, even if you go to university, you learn a course, there's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you do your course and you can also do what you've been brought in this world to do, and you combine it together, there's no stopping you. But it seems saying it's like, oh, I have a talent, but it's not going to make me money this year, so let me just do this. You see, this is where you get it wrong. Why not do it together? If you're studying science, but maybe you're also so you're good at piano, why do you have to stop? That even skills that you're learning the piano, that creativity, you can also use it for maybe when you're looking at something in finance. So UK, we always say like certain schools that like certain people want to get into, and they're academic, not just your book. Do you know how to play an instrument? Piano, violin. Do you go to after-school clubs, football, and in the interviews in this country as well, they ask like if you want certain positions, they want to see, yes, you know how to work, but they want to see that you understand certain things, you can socialize with people. This is where the communication comes. To me, you can work with different types of people. If they say, okay, yeah, you got first in university, but to me, Kasanipa, and maybe you're a bit timid, they won't give you the job. They want to see other skills. Yes.
If somebody want to purchase some of your book in bulk or in pieces, how does the person get access to buy those things? And the links the person must follow.
Yeah, I can send you the links. If they want to purchase in bulk, my website is www.lovemestories.com. If you want to get it singular, go to me to Amazon. So Amazon, worldwide platform. If you want to contact me, I've got an Instagram, Love Me Stories 1. That's also my Instagram page, and then TikTok also Love Me Stories as well. If they want to contact, yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much for having time with DJ Icon Rejoice Media TV. In fact, we're going to continue this. Today happened to be the first chapter and it's going to continue. Your last words and your greetings to people.
My last words is for everyone in Crawford, Ghana, keep your head up, always stay positive, and never think you can't. This situation maybe that you're in won't means it's that you can change your situation wherever it may be. You just have to focus, work hard, be positive, and all things will come your way. All good things will come your way. Okay. Yeah.
to Nana Kwame Diakon's campaign, what are you saying to them? Because at least you've done all. What are you saying to them?
I would say with anybody, wherever, when you see to the young people, anybody, not just young people, anything that you feel that he has said and are touchable, and you believe, say he can, he can change Ghana, I will say donate. There's no, I don't understand even say why you call for your through. There's nothing to lose, to be honest. When you're tribe party A, you're tribe party B. Let's try something new. Let us try something new. We have to be able to take risks. That's how I see it. You have to take risks. If you don't take risks, you will always be complaining. And the world is not for the complainers. The world is for the problem solvers. So if you feel, say, what he has said, and you feel in your heart and in your mind that Abrantier, the stuff that he's saying, donate, don't be scared. Donate and help and turn the cheek. Because I believe, say, a person like Nana Kwame, he's got a can-do attitude. Ultimately, when I say can-do attitude, my boy. Yes, if he says he wants to do something, well, by any means necessary. By any means necessary. And two, even I forgot to say, in regards to what I was saying before, a party like New Force, we also need somebody, because bear in mind, when you are a leader, we are going to go in front of the table with many nations. So we need somebody that is able to negotiate good deals with the outside world. So we need somebody that is confident that because I'm sorry to say, a lot of the other nations, when they look at us as Africa, and unfortunately when we negotiate singly, we don't collaborate with other African nations to negotiate certain deals. So when they negotiate with us as Ghana, our small country within the big pot in Africa, they just give us anything or tell us anything, and then we're signing contracts that we don't understand. So we need someone that understands that this is not going to work for me or Ghana, so I'm not going to sign. I'm not going to do this. Okay, we need someone that's confident. So yeah, people, if you've heard what Nana Kwame has said and it touches your heart, just donate. Buy T-shirts if you want to donate to his campaign to help him go on, do so. I think there's nothing to lose. That's how I see it. We have to take risks in this world so we can get, the best.
Would you say shout out to your people?
Yes, shout out to my hubby, my children, my mom and dad, all my family and friends. Love you all. Yes, that's my hubby. The kind of hubby, yeah.
Thanks for coming through.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for coming through. Yeah, so that was Madam Lisa, and I didn't come on meeting the DJ Agbitima from Social Media Ambassador. More na mobasano, kasa na mo share ntin ye munsuru. On say na Zoom interview na ye. So concentration has to be here and there, but I wanted you to have a first feel on. More na mo share me na mpese munya first feel no. Na mo hu nti anyimre ye be live no so a ho na e be kire ne ya PB munsem na ka Africa has the youngest population. Africa is sitting on the time bomb. After the leaders now, I imagine so move here on my Niger Padia, the amount of say, oh, we are no bit to whole video, na DJ IT radio, and so can. Hey, a man for Monsolo, no movie I am, movie I am, and to money in a monitor, so name channel. These are the things that yeah, Casa about. Now say, in Penfono, so your margin, some be industrialization, be industrialization or mining more. And for so be my Penfono to be brave because Sika be mine, Sika be mine, why soon a fire by a penny so. You remember the him no on cheese or the so bad day, a baby panensa. On the panensa so qua. enti sika no na mpanyini so na eba wo so dia definitely wo so be den ubenye bi eno asem na ye den ye ka na mo ye mo adwen se mo ma komade mo nkrofo kakra na eda eboto musa de e-levy je wo pedi bi asende o 10 pesos na ya ate wo so dia ene ye mo dia mo tana na mo bi hu so ahu ne me kire no yes so in some way na ye kasa fa so if you hear South Africa the youngest population that means from the age 0 to 49 very huge or from 0 to 30 39 nipa bibre na eden ewo ho amoye mabunu amoye African for na because mpanyimfo no hwe omoyie ni ntino mabunu entena faako eni hia omo sori tu bata eko obi man so na omo akobre na obi man so aga na ni etu kwan akọ na ono bosome oje aketua more than 700 million bibini si enipa o 700 million Ghana wo betena ha ya adwuma afimu ni nyina 700 million na wunyanyae panyini bedi oso a obeye politician a ache kura 4 years ne mra no na nyewa na adwise ono osom nyame pa no no wasibe 2 bedrooms nyewa na adwise ono osom nyame pa no ano no mokro no na di 2 in fact 2 house pen wasi na nyewa na adwise o to be yusu atene ka no no wasi wagige plot be 100 afia abanja fa den na yeton obekona politician omaji no man nyina fa na sa oji no man nyina fa na sa ohwere wo nkwa emfa so be ne wo we eni nsema yeka ele yebe be kasa afa the chances of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama winning and how Nana Kwame Bediako must re-strategize his policy, his campaign team, his way of communicating, and Kwame Befaso speed it up because Sauti Ponko so now only V8 for Kwame meaning Kwanya also who say Ponko no alarm nini mu sarin eni Ponko no mu na V8 ne etu say kwa obi ama no kwan also okaisa na sa only V8 any helicopter so na etu am nika so dia na ne won hutam obetu ansa na helicopter na yeden atu wontina won ka say V8 ntu mfa kwan na te V8 ne nam kwan no so na wo na wo de Ponko na obefa hen say obebu akun ye beba be hwe ne nwumre na Kwame Bediako ne campaign the way oye no ye nyina ya discuss bibi a wo de kono speed ni ye and I also say he's kind of running low as compared to MPP NDC because omo de masa omo nice be omo da na chiche de be bi obedu bi ne ba wo sa na ti ana ye be di hu komo ne ya hwe de nyina ya discuss ne ye hu ne ye be den ye be ye oh my Ghana mu medin edi DJ Ike na mesia ba wakwan mo bi nyame adoma enyumre achekura bo 6 na ma start na che say jumadi no a start gidi sa na ti enti say we ni member wo ha mesra wo subscribe na share na we ndie na de prapra kwan mu me one beba na fi ahwe mahama ni policy na omnyam yi anim kura bo me ni boli ni bo me so policy no so onyanyi anim kura omunyina tetem kakra so what you say die hwe ni a compare two of these parties no their way of na chances of vote winning ni ahwe statistics ni e favor no na wahu nipa okoto abaye den ama no wahu kwan abafa so agina wanamu ye den eyie wo MPP ni a mesrew ai ye de ye t-shirt no ba kora be mo bi me ba cho so utwa t-shirt ni ye wo ni wo MPP ni na say ana wo ha na say wo no wo belong to NDC ana MPP a mesrew mu t-shirt mo fa bi mra na obi twa ye nya bibi dia elen ade ama no so wo NDC so a fa bi bra na obi twa ye dia ama Alan nkrofo mo fa t-shirt ni bi mra na obi twa question na ye dia ama no ye dia obi yan fa bi ma ye dia utwa question wa ha de na kwam bibi dia akwatare na ma ye bi sa question na utwa na kwam bibi dia akwatare na ye dia ma ye cha dia so ndra mi che kube ai ndra mi che kube nsan so che wi ene me ka se me che eno me bibre ene ba mu kura ha me che me phone ba mu me che me phone wati ase ba mu phone kura me de be che se ena che se eno ana eden eko enti my ma se me cha de wa ha nti ene time no 5:36 ijina ma ku se be bo 8:39 wati ase isi a won so wo adwuma mti chairman let me allow you to concentrate more and more outside so no let me allow you to concentrate na mum subscribe we are bo notification so na ye ba ya na onya alarm no wa ye de baba bi midin e di DJ Ike Makramo bye bye.